Kind of give about one more minute or two. I do want to do a quick test for those of you who are here. If you can put in the chat a number 1, if you can hear me. I just want to make sure before I get started that the volume is good and you can hear. Okay, I see a 1. Thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Well, welcome for those of you who are here and those of you who are watching this on the replay. I am so grateful that you decided to take some time to learn about menopause, perimenopause, and weight loss, and what you can do naturally and holistically to better your health. Now, I am Elizabeth Miles. For those of you who do not know me, I'm your naturopathic practitioner. I have been practicing and working with herbs, natural therapies, and holistic therapies for over 20 years. I am a licensed massage therapist, esthetician, certified holistic health practitioner and naturopathic practitioner, and also a health and nutrition coach. I do lots of work for whole body health inside and out, and I specialize in working with women for all things health, all things energy, and all things just of natural and holistic approaches. So, again, thank you for taking the time out. I'm glad you are here with me, and I'm ready to dive in. Let's go. So, we're going to start off with taking a moment to just center ourselves. We've had a long day today, and we just want to let go of work stress or work thoughts or any leftover residue from work so that we can receive this information and take it in to the best of our ability. So go ahead and take 3 nice, deep, relaxing breaths for me. Let's breathe together. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale. Take it in. Exhale. Last time, breathe all the way in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And push out. Woo! All right. How does that feel? Awesome. Now that we have oxygenated our brain, let's get to this information. So, where are you today in your health with your natural health journey? I want you to locate yourself. Where are you? Are you at a place where you're in a life transformation? Are you going through a new phase of your life? Are you ending a phase in your life? Or are you right in the middle of the phase of your life and you're getting ready to transition into the next season of your life? Now, I ask this question because it's so important to understand the different cycles of life that we all go through on a day-to-day basis and on a year-to-year, month-to-month basis. It changes and it fluctuates all the time. And just like our lives changes and fluctuates as we deal with life day to day, as we go through different seasons and different places in our lives, we experience different ways that our bodies respond to whatever cycle, whatever place we are in our lives. And it's not the same all the time, right? There's highs, there's lows, there's ups, there's downs, there's in between, there's some still moments, right? And so this is very similar to menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause, and even weight issues, weight gain, weight loss, right? There's a constant fluctuation within our bodies that we experience. And sometimes we're just like, what in the world is going on? Why am I experiencing all this weight gain? Why am I experiencing fatigue? Why am I experiencing, just I don't feel like getting up out of the bed. I don't feel like going anywhere. I don't feel like talking to anybody. You know, depression, you get so low and down and out in yourself, or, you just don't know how to cipher decipher how to maneuver in these cycles. And when we are dealing with menopause as women, okay, this is a time of our lives where our bodies are going through one of the majorest transitions within our lifetime. Right. So, when we start off, we get our cycle during our early teen years, and we go through preparing our bodies for, getting ready to be married, getting ready to have children, and also just getting ready to, experience motherhood. And so these are all of, even when we start at the age of wherever age we started with our cycle, that actually is the beginning of menopause. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it's the beginning of menopause because we are releasing eggs. We are building up, right, the uterus. We are preparing. We are going through the cycle of, you know, eggs being renewed and eggs being released and eggs being renewed and eggs being released, right? So this is a constant cycle that our bodies experience, even at the age of what, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever age it is that you start your cycle. And this is when we need to start paying attention to our bodies and what our body is experiencing. Some of us, when we started our cycle, we had severe cramping, right? Some of us had heavy flow. Some of us may not have experienced anything. It may have just been normal. But a lot of these different things comes from hereditary, right? Genetics, and what been passed down from generation to generation, and even diet and nutrition, things that we're putting inside of our bodies, certain foods that we are putting inside of our bodies that may have thrown off, right, the hormones as we're going through these cycles and these changes in life. And so it is the same thing as we get older, right, and we experience having a child and then also mothering that child. The hormones also begin to change because now we are developing certain hormones to bring us to the cycle of being a mother, right? And so, and also producing, right, milk and different things that our bodies need to feed our children, and also the energies and everything that we need, Lord, that we need to take care of our children. These are all different functions of menopause that our body experiences, from the estrogen levels to the progesterone levels, as well as the testosterone levels, and even the weight gain, right? It's just like when you get pregnant, why is it that besides the baby, you gain weight? Because you're dealing with the fluctuation of hormones, right? Of creating an actual child. Now, let's fast forward to today. For some of us and most of us who are experiencing now, our children may have been older, or maybe we didn't even have children, but now we're at an age to where our cycle is slowing down, right? We, are no longer as fertile as we used to be. And so therefore we're starting to experience what we call perimenopause, which is the next level, the next cycle, right, of life, from coming from the cycle and the period of possibly birthing children, being a mother, whether we did or we didn't, we still go through the cycles. And then now our body is transitioning into that perimenopause stage. And these days, people are experiencing this even from the age of what, 30, sometimes even as young as 25. It really depends. But people are experiencing this at a young age now, especially with the types of foods that's being eaten and all of the different medicines and antibiotics that have different hormone functions within it that are like speeding up, right? That production of the transition of cycle of life. Now we are experiencing changes in our bodies. The mood swings are coming. The hot flashes are coming, right? The irritability is coming. The hair loss is coming, right? I mean, the dry skin, right? All these different things are parts of coming into the body transitioning itself. Now, some may already be at a state where you are in menopause. You're past the perimenopause stage, right? And now, therefore, your cycles have completely stopped, right? There's no more monthly cycle or there's no more spotting, right? You are completely done. This is the menopause stage. Now you are at a menopause stage. Usually that can be within the age as early as 45 and up. Okay. And it's like it's getting younger and younger as we go on. That's very interesting. It used to be like 50 and up, but now it's even to 40, 45 that you have some women who are in full-fledged menopause. And this is the time, this is the cycle of life where now you are free. You are free to fly, release, and be done. You don't have to worry about the monthly periods. You don't have to worry about, that part of it. But guess what? You're still experiencing highs and lows, hot flashes, dryness, itchiness of the vagina area, right? Any types of odors, right, from the vagina area, and bacteria build up within the uterine tract and all these different things. And this is the problem that women are having of really trying to figure out, what can I do to deal with these issues, right? And let's just pause, okay? Because now I'm going to transition to what kind of information is out here today. What information are women receiving when they go to the doctor and they're trying to tell the doctor what's going on, or they go to the OBGYN and they tell the OBGYN about their issues? What can I do? What is being done? I'm going to tell you what's being done. They're telling women, oh, it's menopause, it's just a stage. Nothing you can really do, but here, you could take these hormone replacements. Some of them will do hormone replacements. You have a lot of doctors who don't even believe in hormone replacement therapy, okay? And then a lot of them are doing what? This is the majority of what doctors are doing. They're telling women, oh, well, you're not at age anymore. You're not having any more kids. You're in full-fledged menopause. You don't have any more periods. So guess what? You don't need your uterus, right? You can go ahead and do a hysterectomy, right? Let's just take it out. Let's just cut it out. You don't need it anymore. It's useful. You don't need those ovaries, right? You don't need that thyroid. Oh my gosh, right? And then women are actually doing this and experiencing worse symptoms than before, because now they're left what? Almost empty, even drier than before, and left to figure out, what am I supposed to do with this? Most of my women parts are gone. What am I supposed to do with this? Thank God I still have my breasts. And then you have some women who don't even have their breasts. You have doctors that, oh, well, sorry, there's a chance, the estrogen cells have moved up into your breast, so let's just remove those, because it could potentially cause breast cancer, right? So this is a lot of things that women are dealing with, and I see all of these types of situations when women come to me and get massage therapy work, or they're coming for consultations and they're explaining, their symptoms and what they're feeling. They're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know, I'm like in constant stress. I'm in constant agony. I'm in constant high, low. And some days I just don't even feel like going anywhere because it's just that bad. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about, because I want to share with you today that there are natural holistic approaches that you can do, okay, to prevent a lot of the symptoms that menopause has, or just to help you maintain, to help you endure, to help you use these symptoms as a positive, right, aspect of your life versus a negative aspect of your life. Because menopause does not have to be ugly. It doesn't have to be irritable. It doesn't have to be, like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I feel like I'm just losing myself. It doesn't have to be that way when we give the body what the body needs to sustain itself. And guess what? That's where herbs come in handy, okay? Herbs are our natural birthright that God has given us here on this earth through Mother Nature, okay? And a lot of doctors, let's just say, very few doctors are talking about herbs for menopause, herbs for hormone replacement, so-called, right? Everything is being synthetic, right? Bioidentical. They're mimicking a hormone, okay? Making things out of labs, right? Creating all these different things that do not come from natural sources, but supposed to mimic the natural source. And this is actually what later on down the line, down your life, you're starting to see women who are taking this HRT, hormone replacement therapy, and when they're getting in their 60s, when they're getting in their 70s, and so on and so forth, what's happening? They're dying. They're severe cardiovascular disease, right? Breast cancer, all these different things. Because why? Because this is not a natural source that the body recognizes as medicine, as therapy. It's foreign. It's foreign. And that's why herbs are here. And society does not want us to incorporate herbs, because they're trying to do everything that they can to prevent people from doing the natural sources, because they want people to stay on certain medications. Why? Because it keeps people coming back needing more work, needing more help. Okay? I'm being truthful with you. It's a numbers game. Okay? It's a money game, right? But as your naturopathic practitioner, I am here. I have been called, I have been sent to be a way maker, right? For women and their families to choose the natural holistic route, the way God has intended for it to be from the beginning. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the solution, right? Herbs, right? Let's figure out what's going to help with this estrogen, progesterone, testosterone imbalance that we are experiencing from different age to different level to different cycle. Okay, so whether you're in perimenopause, whether you're in full-blown menopause, or whether you're so far, beyond, and they say postmenopause, but to be honest, there is no such thing as postmenopause. Menopause will be there forever until the end. Okay, the only difference is the symptoms may decrease, but you're still going to have symptoms, right? You're still going to experience that. And so we're going to talk about a few herbs today, and I'm just going to share my screen here. Okay. see here. And I'm going to take you to the Miracles in Naturopathy website. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so hopefully you can see the website. This is the miraclesinnaturalopathy.com website. This is the website that I have created for women to come and experience nature, energy, and herbs. So we're going to go here. We're going to shop products. You're going to go to the women's health category. Okay, women's health. And we're going to look at all women's health. Okay, now these are, I'm just going to scroll through so you can see some of the herbs, okay, that I highly recommend for women's health, okay? And I'm going to just talk about a few. There are several here today, but for the sake of time on this video, I'm going to talk about the most prominent ones that I recommend getting started with, okay, for experiencing, not this one, hold on, for experiencing menopause and how to deal with it. So let's talk about the first one. I want to deal with blue steel. Okay, blue steel is for men and women, male and female. It is a hormone and libido stimulant. Okay, it helps to enhance virility, vitality, pleasure, and increase sexual desire. It naturally stimulates male and female reproductive system. Okay, now this herb right here is a definite go-to for all women, okay, and men. But we're talking about the women today, because why? Women are experiencing, let's see, I'm sorry guys, give me a second. Keeps going out. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay, blue steel. So women are experiencing, right, libido issues, right? Low sex drive. Some of you, those of you who, have a significant other, and you're dealing with perimenopause or menopause, you're experiencing what we call pain, right? Right through the vaginal walls, the dryness, right? All of these different things from the estrogen and the progesterone being out of whack, right? And it's causing difficulty to even connect with your partner. And blue steel is a wonderful herbal combination that helps with this issue. Even for your spouse, it also helps with their low testosterone, okay? Because it has estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone herbs in here to help balance all three, okay? It also has herbs that's going to give you energy, right? We have the chaste tree berry that is phenomenal for the uterus, right? For stimulating the uterus and also helping with the fluctuation of the progesterone and estrogen. We also have Damiana, and Damiana is wonderful for increasing sexual desire, right? If you're having issues with that, Damiana is going to get you right. Okay. Dong Quai, great for estrogen, right? It also helps with estrogen and increasing, right? Just that estrogen levels within the body. That's going to give you energy. That's going to, make you feel good, make you feel beautiful, right? Elderberry flower, Indian sarsaparilla, all of these are stimulants, right? That's going to also detox your body. That's going to give you the energy. That's going to increase the blood flow, right? So sarsaparilla is great for increasing blood flow. And anytime you have low libido, anytime you have the hormonal imbalance, you have low blood flow. And this is why over time, menopause, if not handled correctly, can cause cardiovascular disease because the fluctuation of the blood flow is off as well. because the hormones are all over the place and they need to be stabilized. This is what's going to help with that. And then also saw palmetto, you have wobutoni and yohimbe. Now, saw palmetto is great for the testosterone levels. It helps to balance those as well. So blue steel is a great herb, right? Herbal combination to start with if you're dealing with menopause and having sexual desire issues or even the excessive dryness, okay, and dryness of the skin. And also, too, you just don't feel, like beautiful or sexual. Blue steel will get you going and also increase your energy. And it's going to get you up and going and make you want to be desired, make you want to, connect. Because, of course, as we all know, menopause can make you sometimes not even want to connect with anybody, right? You just like leave me alone, especially especially with your spouse, right? You're like, not today, okay? So that's going to help with that. Now, another one I want to talk about is MPEP, okay? MPEP is specifically created for menopause, okay? It is an estrogen and progesterone combination that helps to balance these two particular hormones. Now, this is really, really good, especially if you have an increase of, okay, I'm sorry, y'all, this is stacking up. There we go. If you have like an overactive amount of estrogen, right? Estrogen has just become dominant. You got estrogen cells everywhere, right? You have migraines, you have headaches, you have respiratory, congestions because you have these cells that have been released that usually is released through cycle time. You have this being caught up in different organ parts of the body. So natural estrogen and progesterone replacement, this is helpful for that. It's also helpful for, PMS for those who are at early stages, even when cycle time. Okay. So this is a great combination. Definitely really good that you can go to. And it's also very strong for increasing blood flow as well. Okay. Now we have, let me close out of this one. Okay. Next, I want to talk about URW. Okay. URW, and this is for urinary tract. Okay. This is a huge one for women who are experiencing perimenopause and menopause, right? Sometimes you just can't hold your pee, right? You need to go to the bathroom and, you just got to go. You just got to go. And sometimes you try to make it and it gets out, a little early, or even if you could be out with your girlfriends or you're hanging out and, your bladder is just loose and your bladder is just, it's backed up or it's constant. And then sometimes when it comes, and you could just be laughing, having a good conversation, and maybe some little pee come out, right? So urinary, the URW is great for this. This is also great for yeast infections, okay? This is also great for kidney, kidney blockages. If you have kidney stones, right? The kidneys and the urinary tract, they work hand in hand, okay? And so what's released from the kidneys comes out to the urinary tract, right? And so you want to make sure that these pathways, right, are clear, that they're not built up, that you don't have bacteria, yeast overgrowth, right? Candida, all these different things that are building up inside the uterine wall and the urinary tract that are causing issues, causing odor, causing burning, causing, just your kidneys being backed up, right? And so we want to deal with this because it has, let's look here, it has a beautiful herbal combination. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had it on here. No. Let me see if I can find it. It has a beautiful combination of herbs that are natural stimulators to stimulate the uterine wall, and also too to stimulate the urinary tract. Let's see if I can find it for you. I don't quite have them memorized. but I have it right here. Give me a sec. Okay. Hello. Can I read? Yes, I can read. Here we go. Okay. So we have cornfield, uva ursi, gravel root, buchu, and yarrow. These are different herbal combinations that make up the URW, and they are phenomenal for stimulating the kidneys, helping to release the stones, right? Also, too, the gravel root is great for helping your body whenever you have the urinary tract infections, right? It's going to help to, it's a natural antibiotic, right? Uva ursi is also a natural antibiotic for the urinary tract. So with the candida and the yeast problems, right? With the odor buildup, this is what's going to help with that as well. And it's also, these are all diuretics. The buchu, the yarrow, these are diuretics, so it helps the body flush. It helps the kidneys flush. It helps the urinary tract flush on a regular. And then also some women, sometimes they maybe end up having to use the restroom frequently. Okay, the frequent of the use of the restroom, that's also due to menopause. That's also a symptom. And so this particular combination is going to help normalize that to where you're not finding yourself having to go to the bathroom every hour, or every, few minutes or so. You're like, oh my gosh, I just went to the restroom. I got to go again. Have you ever experienced that? Yeah, URW helps with that. Okay. And then another one I love here is FPW. This is one of my favorites. I'm taking this one right now as we speak. This is FPW stands for female problems of all kinds. Okay. This combination provides cleansing, hormonal, and cosmetic herbs for the entire female system. It allows the reproductive system to pick and choose exactly what is desired to normalize itself and promote healthy function, nourishment, and rejuvenation. So when you just don't know what's going on, right? You haven't had any blood work, but you know that you're experiencing abnormality within your body and your hormones, and you just need a herb that's going to get in where it fits in, right? This is female problems of all kind, FPW. This is the one that you want to deal with, okay? This is the one that's going to help go into your body, and wherever the system is off, wherever the female system, the reproductive system is off, it's going to correct it. It's going to fix it. And if the estrogen levels are low, it's going to increase it. If they're too high, it's going to decrease it. And vice versa for the progesterone and testosterone. Okay. So whatever the body needs, it's going to just go and nourish it wherever it's needed. This is a very, very wonderful herb to start with as well. If you're unsure, just like what you're experiencing and not quite sure where to start, FPW is a great one as well. Okay. Um, let's see here. And let's see, how are we doing on our time? Okay. So I want to talk about two more here. Now, there's several, ladies. On your own time, you can go to the website. In the search, you're going to shop products and then hit categories and type in women's health. And this will pull up, and you can go through and look at all these different ones and decide which one works for you, which one you need. And if you have any questions or you're unsure where to start, you can schedule a consultation with me, and I can go over some specific herbs with you, ask some questions, and make sure you're on the right herbs. Or you can actually, if you maybe just have trouble and need help with ordering, then you can just contact me or text, and I can help place the order for you. Okay. But another one that I want to talk about here is Formula 31. OMG, ladies. Formula 31. This formula of herbs is the go-to for if you have prolapsed uterus, right? Prolapse in your ovaries, the vaginal walls, right, are loose. You need them to be tightened, right? You need to increase, right, the fluids, right? But you need everything to just be tightened up within your female organs in your abdomen, right? That sagginess in the tummy area, that's also due to menopause and perimenopause from the visceral fat, right, from the hormones being off. This herb helps with that. It helps to maintain a healthy circulatory system. It gets the blood pumping and moving. It helps, like I said, to correct the prolapses, dropped, falling, collapse, sagginess, any sagginess in your female parts. These are your herbs of any body structure. Okay, mostly common of the female organs and of the abdomen in the circulatory system. It has black cohosh, walnut, black walnut, bugleweed, hawthorn, Irish moss, lily of the valley. This is also great for the thyroid as well too, because generally when your thyroid is off, a lot of times this is what causes bloatingness in your tummy as well, right? Because your female organs are not getting the nourishment that they need because the thyroid, right, is fatigued. The thyroid is either not function, is functioning, is over functioning, or it's under functioning. Okay. And when you have this, or even some women, through menopause, through these changes, they've maybe had their thyroid taken out because the doctor said, like I said earlier, oh, you need to take your thyroid out. We got some cells, right, that have built up there, and now it may be potential cancer or different things like this, but without even knowing, okay, there's herbs that you could take to help heal that. But that's another webinar, okay? So it's going to help with all of these issues, ladies. If you're dealing with this, these are the herbs that you want to take. Now, you're asking maybe how long do I have to take these herbs before I start noticing if they work? Well, through my experience and through feedback of women and men that I have worked with, you definitely usually start experiencing a change and experiencing it like a feeling, seeing results or feeling results within a week. Now, getting complete results of what you may be expecting for it to be completely gone or mostly like not have to deal with, that may take some time. Okay. And it really depends. Each person is different and each situation within their body is different. So there's no guarantee of time frame. I generally speaking, you say you take herbs for at least 90 days. That's 3 months consistently. And then you evaluate, right? You evaluate and see, what's going on, how you're feeling, right? You can meet with me and have a consultation, and we can go over some things and see where you are and see if you are good or if you need to keep going a little bit longer, okay? Or maybe even add some different herbs to help speed up the process. So, ladies, these are all herbs here that help. We have ENF for energy and fitness, right? Energy and fitness is going to get you going. And, some more hormone balancing herbs as well. We have vitamin E and selenium, which is fantastic for thyroid health and for brain function as well. Then the YTHE, right? Youth elixir. Oh gosh, that is the go-to for all things youth, bringing back the youthful glow, the youthful health, the healthy hair, everything. Well, youth elixir is the herbs there. And my last one I'm going to end on before we move on to the weight loss wellness program is going to be DANC. Okay. DANC is for depression, anxiety, and nervousness. Depression, anxiety, and nervousness herbs. This combination focuses on helping disorders of the mind, depression, eliminating acids made by tormented nerves, restoring the proper feeling in the area of the solar plexus, right? Which is the life force center, okay? And then the nerve centers of the brain. Now, these herbs, ladies, are so needed for a majority of women going through perimenopause and menopause, and even weight gain issues from it all. We all experience depression from time to time, even anxiety. Okay. In today's time, nervousness, sometimes it comes from having anxiety. It just comes from all of the different things that's going on in the world. But then when we are experiencing these changes as women in our bodies, from going from having a cycle to not having a cycle, from being able to, get pregnant to not being able to get pregnant, and, all these different things, these symptoms and all of the shifting can bring on the highs and the lows, and anxiety and nervousness and depression. And you have a lot of women, when they're going to the doctor for their depressive state, issues that they're dealing with during menopause, right? They don't know why they're in full-blown depression. This is because the changes that's going on in your body. Your hormones need to be balanced. Your hormones need to be nourished with herbs. And you have women, even children today, who are on antidepressants. Everybody, that's the first thing. Okay, here, you need this, you need this, you need these meds for depression. I don't even want to name some of them. There's too many different names, right? I'm not in the pharmaceutical industry. I'm in the natural, holistic industry, right? Herbs, homeopathics. And they're on antidepressant medications. And actually it's a temporary fix, but then it makes situations worse, and it's causing other issues, right? Well, guess what, ladies? DANT is here to help. This is the natural source for dealing with depression and anxiety and nervousness. It's going to nourish the brain. It's going to nourish the nerve, right? The nerve endings, any type of damage that has been done with the nerves, right? From the hormonal imbalances, from any type of surgeries that you may have had. If you had a hysterectomy, if you had thyroid removal, if you had partial hysterectomy, mastectomy, all these different things, right? It's going to help with that, because a lot of women, as soon as they have their female organs ripped out of their bodies, or even like me, I've had everything is still intact, but I've had my fallopian tubes clamped, right? To prevent me from getting pregnant. I chose to go that route, and guess what? As soon as that happened not too long ago, boom, I went into depression. I had anxiety, I had nervousness, and severe irritability. It super shocked me into perimenopause, okay? Because of restriction. So anything we do to our female organs that is not natural causes these symptoms. And there's herbs that's here to help us, ladies. You don't have to live in agony. You don't have to live not knowing what to do. Your naturopathic practitioner, Elizabeth Miles, is here to help you with natural sources like herbs. Herbs are a natural go-to for health, healing, wellness, and just rejuvenation, right? Longevity. These are our natural birthrights. This is what God told us. This is our food, right? So, ladies, try herbs, right? Experience herbs. This is the way that you want to go for your health. I promise you. This should be your first go-to, not your last. And in today's time, let me just close out of here. In today's time, a lot of women, this is their last choice. Okay, guys, I don't know how to get out of here. Okay, there we go. Stop share. Okay. Sorry, ladies. As you can see, it's been a minute since I've used them. There we go. Yeah. So, a lot of times this is women's last resort is herbs, because of the programming of society that's trying to make us everything pharmaceuticals, everything go to the doctor, to the medical doctor for everything, which that's not the go-to for natural health. That's not the go-to for for situations. It's go to your naturopath, go to your natural health practitioner, go to a health practitioner, go to a herbalist, right? This is the way of the future. This is the way of medicine that is being transformed, that's being taken back what was stolen. It's our natural birthright to seek out natural methods, right? Things that we can even do at home. Okay, let's talk about real quick foundational issues, foundational habits. Sorry, foundational habits. How about when I'm depressed, when I'm dealing with anxiety or nervousness? How about I just go outside? Number one, breathe in some fresh air, clear the brain, right? Clear the brain fog. How about I go in the sun and get some vitamin D, get some vitamin B, get some, all these different natural sources that nature provides. Nature is the number one medicine too, the number one go-to. But all these different things are not taught because everything wants to try to get you to be on medication. No, that's not the normal way. Okay, the normal way is herbs, food. This is the number one medicine, and I'm here to educate you on getting back to what was meant for us from the beginning. Okay, so now let's shift as we get ready to close out. I want to take you to, okay, well, you know what? Let's see. I'm not going to go back here. I'll just show you here. Okay, we have the Prolon 5-day mimicking diet kit. Okay, in this kit, it's also on the website. Okay, when you have time, I want you to go on the website, miraclesandnaturopathy.com, and I want you to look at the wellness programs. And I want you to consider getting started with a Prolon fasting mimicking diet kit. Why, Elizabeth? This kit gives you 5 days of all the foods that you need. Okay? All the foods that you need for 5 days to do what? To detox your body, to reset your cells, and to give your body time to rejuvenate itself. What's going on today is we're eating out, we're eating all these different foods that are barely nutritious, right? And a lot of these foods that we're eating on the outside are full of antibiotics, hormones, they're GMO. A lot of it's not even real food, lab created, okay? Unless you're cooking whole foods from the health food stores, from the farmers markets, from the farms at your house. If you're not, then you're most likely eating GMO foods, antibiotic injected foods, right? Foods that are wreaking more havoc on our hormones than what we're even dealing with on a natural basis, dealing with menopause, all even just by itself. We're already dealing with enough hormone fluctuation and imbalance with menopause and perimenopause. Why in the world are we adding more hormone problems with the food? Why? Because we're programmed, because we're being programmed to be this way. But I'm here to help you understand that you have an option. You have a choice to take back your power, to take back your health, to take back your time, to take back your energy, to take back your body and your mind and make healthier choices that's going to help you live your best life in this time, this season of your life. Perimenopause and menopause is nothing to play with. It can have you in and out and all around. But when we give the body what it needs, it can have us become the most beautiful person in this stage, in this season of our lives. We must learn to embrace the cycles of life. They're here to better us. They're here to transition us to the next phase of life. It's not here to harm us. It's not here to make us look terrible or feel worthless. No, it's here to transition us. It's here to teach us a lesson for what's the next chapter. What should I be doing in this next chapter of my life? What do I want this next chapter of my life to look like? Okay, to look like. And I did not get a chance to talk about the membership options. Forgive me, ladies. I got so excited talking about the herbs, but on the last minute, I'm going to share one more time because I want to show you when you go to the website, when you decide to start your herbal journey, okay, or to continue your herbal journey if you're already on it, okay, these are some options that you can take. So here's the wellness programs here. Let me just show you this. Okay, and this is all about the Proline Kit, the fasting mimicking diet. Okay, it is the 5-day program where you lose up to 6, possibly for some, even 10 pounds within a week, okay, of being on this system. This is great for menopause, perimenopause, and even just for regulating your energy, your cells, your tissues, and creating longevity. This program is designed to reduce your biological age and to help you lose weight all at the same time. And many times women ask, well, I don't, they may say, I don't want to lose weight. I just want to, maintain or whatever. Okay, and that's fine. You're only going to lose the weight that your body doesn't need. You're only going to lose the unhealthy fat. Okay, you're not going to lose the good fat, right? The subcutaneous fat that the body needs. You're going to lose that visceral fat, the fat that's created around the gut, right? The maybe the fat that may have built up and attached itself along your organ systems, like your liver. That's the fat that it breaks down and it gives you the healthy weight. Now, this is a program that you can, let's see. Okay, this is a program that you can do once a month. And I recommend doing this at the beginning of the month for the first 5 days of the month. And then the remainder of the month, then you're on a meal plan program. Okay. And this is something I can work with you with to give you the meal plans options, or, give you some tips on how to eat healthy after you finish the 5-day program. Okay. The cost of the box is $175. Okay. This is where you can order. When you click here, order now, it'll take you to the website to order your box. Okay. And it also has options where you can choose to do, it also has options where you can choose to do the 5-day, or you can put yourself on a monthly auto ship where it comes every month and you don't have to keep ordering it, or you can order up to 3 boxes at one time and receive a significant amount of discount. Okay, so take time to go through that. I will also explain this a little bit later. For those of you who need more information, you can contact me or get with me. You can email me, or you can text me and I'll be able to give you more information, but it's all on the website, ladies. You just go here, click Shop Proline. It'll take you straight there. I do recommend the 5-day. There is a 1-day reset, but it's really for just like for you to try and see what it tastes like. But the 5-day is what's going to get you those results of the loss of the 6 to 10 pounds, and also going to give you that full detox and reset goals, right? Especially while you're taking your herbs to help flush your body and to balance your hormones. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to share is my membership options. Okay, So if you decide that you want to do the Prolon kit and you also want to start with herbs, now you have the option of selecting a health membership. And the way the health membership is you choose your membership. You can either sign up for the basic, which includes 10% off of all the herbs and any nutritional supplements, right, that you may need. It also includes 20% off of alkaline water for those who are local, okay? And then you also receive monthly meal plans to help you stay on track with eating healthy, okay? All of this is included in the basic meal plan. And it is a month to month. You can do it by the month, and you can have that option and receive those discounts every single month on the products. Then we also have the VIP meal plan membership, and it is the same as the basic, but you get 20% off of all herbs and nutritional supplements, and then also 20% off of the alkaline water, plus your monthly meal plans, okay? For people, who don't know what to eat and who need guidance on eating healthy. And then last but not least, we have the Elite VIP meal plan membership, okay, which gets you 20% off of all herbs and also the water. Plus, you get a customized monthly meal plan. So this is for people who say, "Hey, Elizabeth, I have dietary restrictions, or you have personal goals where you want to lose a certain amount of pounds. You need a certain specific meal plan, or if you don't eat meat, or if you're vegan, or different things like that, or pescatarian." This one is for you because I create customized meal plans specifically for your health and wellness goals, okay? And then you still get the 20% off of all herbs and also the alkaline water. Now, with that, you also get the 20%, you get the discount off of the Prolon kit as well. So, and it's on the website. So definitely take a look at this, ladies. Go to the website. Start exploring. Okay, and I am stuck again. Okay, there we go. Go to the website, start exploring, start getting familiar with the herbs. I know for most of you it may be new, but guess what? I'm here to help you. Okay, I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to consult you on anything that you may need. Okay, and if you're interested in possibly doing consultations, you want to work one-on-one, and you want me to coach you and have keep you accountable with your wellness goals, we can do that as well. I do have some specific programs that's going to be coming up for that. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. But for right now, just get started. Just get started. Start working on getting back to better health naturally. Okay. Exercise, that's very important. Eating healthy. Okay. And number 3, accepting that this is a beautiful part of your life. It's not an ugly part. It's not a terrible part. Don't make it negative. Keep it positive. Okay. Keep it positive. And then when you keep it positive and you do the right things, you create the right habits, you start taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, loving yourself by feeding your body, your mind, and your spirit what it needs, you're going to see that it's a beautiful transition. Okay. You're going to start seeing the glass half full versus the glass half empty. Okay. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much, those of you who were able to join me tonight, and those of you who watched this on the replay. I hope you got something out of this webinar, and I know it was a lot of information, but I will be coming on doing another webinar soon, so stay on the lookout for that, because there's more herbs to talk about. There's more nutritional supplements to talk about, and different ways and foundational tools and habits that I'll be sharing with you to coach you and to teach you and to help you stay accountable with your natural holistic health and wellness journey. All right, ladies, have an amazing rest of your day, and I look forward to the next one. Mwah. Miracles to you, miracles to your loved ones, and miracles to every part of your journey. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.